everyone. Oh, covers half live, covers daily. It's all for covers. It's Monday night. It has been a long wild card weekend. We are nearing the end of it, and we have another snoozer of a game in a one-sided blowout at the first half. Rams leading the Cardinals 21-0. Davis, it's another first-time quarterback, first-time head coach making their playoff debut on the road in the wild card matchup. And Murray and Kingsbury are looking every bit as unprepared as all of the other ones we have seen this week and in seasons past.
Yeah, I mean, it's the O-line. A big part of this, too, is two things. One, Kyler, to your point, whether it's coming from Cliff or Kyler, he doesn't look comfortable at all. He's not seeing the field well. You know, some are joking, is he nervous? Is he scared? He's just not seeing the field well. And he's getting pressure. I mean, they're not only one-on-one they have trouble with the Rams, but they're not handling twisted stunts either. So I mean, if you can't handle one-on-one and you can't handle stunts and twists, they're in trouble.
I was talking to you just before we came on, and this is not nearly as one-sided as the Chiefs or the Bills. It's 175 yards to less than 50. It's 6 yards per play to 1.7. The numbers look the same to a slightly lesser extent, but it doesn't feel as absolutely one-sided and dominant as those two offenses in the Bills and the Chiefs. The Rams benefit from the pick six. They have two natural drives for TDs. But let me ask you, like going into the second half, what do the Cardinals do to change? What can they do offensively?
Be better on first down. I mean, if they've been in second and long, third and long, if they can get some production on first down, they can. I think we agree, or I don't want to speak for you, but I think if they get time, Kyler can be effective against this Rams back end. There's been some open guys. There's been some miscommunication. I think that they can win outside if he gets time. So yeah, just a little bit of production is what Arizona can do on first down, open things up for him and protect him. That they kind of go hand in hand with production and run game. Maybe get some play action or some quick hitters.
They had a couple of deep shots down throw, albeit sort of heaves occasionally from Murray early in the first quarter, midway through as well. They were nearly completed. AJ Green just steps out of bounds too. So like there were signs of life that didn't really come through. And remember, the Rams are without their two starting safeties. So like I think there is potential there. On the other side, Stafford's come on. He started off a little bit rocky, but we're still like, does McVay fully trust him, do you think? Because we're seeing like 1st and 15, they're running the football. Some second and longs, they're running it. Like, to me, there still seems like a little bit of mistrust. Am I seeing that right?
I don't know. It's hard to – I would say it's hard to say that with the score the way it is. I mean, I wouldn't throw that out there just because of the score. I'm going to say this, that secondary, that matchup just, Kevin Peterson and Marco Wilson, Byron Murphy can cover, but those other two guys against Kupp and OBJ, it's a clear mismatch. That's going to be an issue. And the key to this game going into it was the offensive line for the Rams. If they could protect, which they do a pretty good job, if they could give Stafford time, I didn't think that the Cardinals could hang on the back end. That's been the case. And I think it's going to continue.
9 passes for Stafford in the first half, 22 runs combined for everybody, running backs and Stafford sneaks included. Second half numbers coming up now. Total overall 23.5 point spread. Cardinals -0.5 point. That's priced -110 and then -120 for the Rams if you want the 0.5 point. Team totals. Interesting here. LA Rams over 10.5 plus 106. Arizona Cardinals over 12.5 -122. What do you like initially?
I don't see them stopping the Rams right now. I like team total over 10.5 is the first thing I look at. Yeah, I don't like a side here. I don't like a side. If I'm looking at anything, I'm looking at team total Rams. The way the push. Here's the thing with the run game and what they're doing offensively. You saw Akers and Michelle both not getting touched for 3-4 yards, and then they're gaining 3 or 4 more after contact. That right there, and then you got play action off that. They're dominating the line of scrimmage, and when you have an advantage outside and you dominate the line of scrimmage, I think you're going to have success in the second half, no matter what the score is, because of your ability to run the ball and dominate up front. That's my take.
Where it kind of gets interesting, if we think about the Rams here with a 21-point lead, they're showing that they can run the football when the game was tied, when they were leading by a touchdown, when they were leading by 14. They were moving the football effectively on the ground, as you mentioned, with multiple backs. Now you think going into the second half, it's a 21-point lead. They're probably going to be running the football as much as they were in the first half, which they've shown they can do. On the other side, it's Arizona, who is a team that plays fast as is with a high pass rate. Now they're going to be trailing by 3 scores or more.
Timeout. This is a lean. This is a lean. I wouldn't call it a pick. Yeah, I would call that a lean for me. I'm not necessarily playing that, but I lean that way, fellas.
I think we lock in.
I don't know if you are, Adam.
We're locking in the 10.5 on the team total on the Rams over 10.5. We're locking it in. Plus 106 was the number we saw on the screen. Because we're going to get the Cardinals playing from behind, playing quickly, throwing the football, which means they're either going to score quick or possessions going back to the Rams in a hurry. And to me, if the Rams are running it this effectively in a game in a first half where they didn't necessarily need to do that, now that it's the right thing or logical thing from a game state perspective to do, they're showing us they can do it against this Cardinals front. I don't know what changes in the second half, except the Cardinals might be playing a little bit quicker or willing to gamble a little bit more if they happen to actually move the football.
I only thing I worry about in that is long drives, clock, and field goals. That's the only thing I worry about, because they're good with a lead this big. If they take up, if the Rams drive the ball and take up half a quarter and then kick a field goal, you're in trouble. But I agree. What is going to change? You hope to win that. You hope Arizona scores.
In the first half, we got 6 possessions aside. Are we expecting a second half that plays out to the same pace?
No, I would expect less because the Rams control the ball. But yeah.
So even on that, to me, in a 5-possession second half for the Rams, the way that they've been running the ball with a team total of 10.5, that feels light to me.
Yeah, I like your side. I like where you're going.
All right. I think this is the first time of the season that I have talked you into something here on the podcast rather than it going the other way around. I call the pressure has shifted.
I call this support. I call this a Churn's play, and I will sprinkle it and I will support, because I like the analysis. It makes sense, and I'll support it.
All right. So we're going second half Rams team total over 10.5. Plus 106 now down to plus 102. So moving a little bit there. We'll see what this number does in the next couple of minutes, but we'll send everyone back to the couch for the second half and hope for some Rams points off of some continued messy Cardinals play.
By the way, OBJ is really damn explosive.
He's sure looking a lot better. There's no question.
Real fast, for those who are
in the corner of the end zone was like vintage young OBJ with the Giants.
You know what? Since we've already given the play out, so for those who are still hanging around, we talk about that for a minute. As I was watching that, I watched it over and over again. The touchdown. And when you're playing corner in the red zone like that against a guy that's that quick and that explosive, you have to take away the inside, because the slant's the easy throw. It's just so hard. I'm watching it like, how do you cover that? You have to take away the slant with your body position, because that's an easy throw. But if you move inside a little bit, it's the fade slip. The fade is there. So you have to play it heads up and take away the slant with anticipation. So basically, you have to play heads up. And as soon as he moves towards the slant, you got to go. And it just leaves you so susceptible. And when he hesitated and then the burst he made was just he's one of the most explosive receivers that this league has ever seen. And there's a lot of quick and fast guys, but pure, like 3-step burst, he's the nastiest.
Good luck keeping up with that for the Cardinals in the second half if they're selling out to stop the run.
Good luck, Marco Wilson.
He's David Sanchez. I'm Adam Chernoff for Covers.com. The pick is LA team total second half over 10.5. Thanks for joining us all wildcard weekend long. We will see you guys back here next Saturday.
I got a nickname for you, too. I got a nickname for you, Adam.
What's that?
Because all day long, you seem to be doing shows all day long. I wonder when you sleep. So you could be a skunk or a bear or everything that hibernates.
We're done.
Everything that hibernates. Because I don't think that you're sleeping from February through August. I don't think you're awake.
I can't wait. 3 more weeks to go and we're good to go. Enjoy the second half.